All right, welcome back to the Daily Facts. And today we're going to talk about Hunter Biden and that pesky laptop that he decided to drop off in a drunken or drug induced stupor. Um, yeah, we're going to hear from Rudy Giuliani about the origins of the laptop. And of course, we'll let his father, Joe Biden, weigh in and President Trump, of course. But before we do, I want to give my opinion on this laptop and why all of this came about. So stick around. So before I let former mayor of New York City, Rudy Giuliani, talk and tell us how this laptop and information came about, I'm just going to tell you what I think. So, some of you may know the story that Hunter Biden was drunk or high on drugs, whatever, and he dropped his laptop off for service, and he signed a contract. And in my humble opinion, Hunter Biden is sick and tired of what's going on. He's sick and tired of hearing his name in the news. You know, before all of this, he was low key and just making a whole lot of money and doing his thing and not hearing his name in the news media. But now he is. And in my humble opinion, here's what I think. I think Hunter Biden entered into that contract. You know, he went, dropped his laptop off. He signed off on it, stating, understanding that if he did not return in a specific amount of time, that they would have possession of his laptop. It would be theirs, and they could go ahead and sift through whatever's on it. And so I think that he dropped it off knowing that, and he knew when he signed that contract that this is my way of saying I'm done with the Biden family and what has been going on, and I no longer want to partake in any of this criminality, what I believe to be criminality. Now, we all know everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but there's a whole lot of evidence coming out. And so that's what I think. I think that he dropped the laptop off knowing that when he signed off on that, that was his way of saying, here's my signature, and here's all of the information that you need to start putting together a case against me. I mean, he's going down too, and my family. And frankly, he may think that prison is better than, you know, what he's been dealing with for what looks like to be many years of having to probably engage in criminality because by his father's request. You know, that's my belief. And he's tired of it. He's been doing it for many years, and he's like, I'm done. I don't want to deal with these countries. I don't want to deal with this corruption. I don't want to get all of this money and people know that I haven't done anything to earn it. I'm done and I'm tired. All right, so that's just my take on it. Now let's go ahead and listen to former mayor of New York City, Rudy Giuliani. Let's hear what he has to say about the origins of the laptop.
Let me assure you that this is his hard drive. It was given to my lawyer by the gentleman who had repaired it. It had been left behind by, he says, a drunken Hunter Biden who came in and had a very hard time even signing and did describe what he wanted. He came back one time to supply a keyboard. And then after it was repaired, he never returned, even though there was substantial notices to return. After a while, when the gentleman heard um, things on the news suggesting that the Bidens may or may not have been involved in criminal activity, uh, he became very concerned that possibly he was holding, some kind of illegal material. So it was now his property, according to the contract signed by Hunter Biden, which we have right here. Um, the property was abandoned, and property that's abandoned under the law becomes the property of the person that's in possession of it. So he had every right to listen to what was there and look at what was there, and he was shocked. What he saw, he says, were clear evidence of crime, clear evidence that the Bidens were lying over and over again. And then on the photographs, clear evidence of criminal activity.
All right, so there you heard from former mayor of New York City, Rudy Giuliani, talking about the origins of this laptop. And now we're going to take a listen to what Hunter Biden's father, former Vice President Joe Biden, had to say about this laptop and the information that was located on it. Let's take a listen.
And Mr. Biden, what is your response to the New York Post story about your son, sir?
I know you'd ask it. I have no response. It's not a smear campaign. Right up your alley. Those are questions you always ask.
Okay, in case you didn't hear it, he says, I know you'd ask it. I have no response. It's another smear campaign. Right up your alley. Those are the questions you always ask. And what would a Biden scandal be without President Trump weighing in? Now, you and I know that President Trump is aware of all of this. I mean, he's the president, so he's privy to this information. And I don't recall Rudy Giuliani telling us when the laptop was received. It could have been just recently. I don't know. But, we are in the middle of a campaign, and October, well, there's always October surprises. And this is definitely a surprise. And when they start to sift through everything that's in those emails and text messages and so on and so forth, photos and whatnot, I think that many in the Biden family are going to have very serious problems. But let's go ahead and listen to what President Trump had to say about the situation.
We've just learned through explosive documents published by a very fine newspaper, the New York Post, that Joe Biden has been blatantly lying about his involvement in his son's corrupt business dealing. And this is a big smoking gun. The newly uncovered emails reveal that a top executive from the highly questionable Ukrainian company, it's an energy company, which paid Hunter at least $50,000 a month, but it's now looking like it could be $183,000 a month. That's a lot of money. Would anybody in this audience take it? I'll take it. We'll take it. Despite the fact that he had absolutely no experience, knew nothing about energy, wrote to Hunter arranging for a meeting to meet with Vice President Joe Biden.
Okay, so now we're going to take some time to review this New York Post article titled Smoking Gun Email Reveals How Hunter Biden Introduced Ukrainian Businessman to VP Dad. All right, let's get into it. Hunter Biden introduced his father, then Vice President Joe Biden, to a top executive at a Ukrainian energy firm less than a year before the elder Biden pressured government officials in Ukraine into firing a prosecutor who was investigating the company, according to emails obtained by the Post. And we've covered that on this channel. I have a video of that posted here. The never before revealed meeting is mentioned in a message of appreciation that Vadim Pozashki, an advisor to the board of Burisma, allegedly sent Hunter Biden on April 17, 2015, about a year after Hunter joined the Burisma board at a reported salary of up to $50,000 a month. Okay, and this is the letter. It's right here. And it says, Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to DC and giving an opportunity to meet your father and spent some time together. It's reality and honor. I think he wants to say it's really an honor and pleasure. As we spoke yesterday evening, would be great to meet today for a quick coffee. What do you think? I could come to your office somewhere around noon or so, before or on my way to airport. Okay. So that's what he wrote to Hunter. So that's from Vadim Pozarski, and it's to Hunter Biden. That's dated April 17th, 2015. Okay, let's go on a little more here. All right, let's talk a little bit about the computer. According to this article, it says the computer was dropped off at a repair shop in Biden's home state of Delaware in April 2019, according to the store's owner. Other material extracted from the computer includes a raunchy 12-minute video that appears to show Hunter, who admitted struggling with addiction problems, smoking crack while engaged in a sex act with an unidentified woman, as well as numerous other sexually explicit images. The customer who brought in the water damaged MacBook Pro for repair never paid for the service or retrieved it or a hard drive on which its contents were stored, according to the shop owner, who said he tried repeatedly to contact the client. The shop owner couldn't positively identify the customer as Hunter Biden, but said the laptop bore a sticker from the Beau Biden Foundation, named after Hunter's late brother and former Delaware Attorney General. Now, you'll recall in the email or the video that we just listened to from Rudy Giuliani, he said he had the signed contract from Hunter Biden. Okay. Photos of a Delaware federal subpoena given to the Post show that both the computer and hard drive were seized by the FBI in December after the shop's owners after the shop's owner says he alerted the feds to their existence. So this is a federal subpoena showing the computer and hard drive were seized by the FBI. All right, and this is page 2 of that FBI subpoena, and this is just page 3 of the subpoena. But before turning over the gear, the shop owner says he made a copy of the hard drive and later gave it to former Mayor Rudy Giuliani's lawyer, Robert Costello. Steve Bannon, former advisor to President Trump, told the Post about the existence of the hard drive in late September, and Giuliani provided the Post with a copy of it on Sunday. Okay, and this article just goes into more of how Hunter Biden was interacting with this individual and his negotiations on money and so on and so forth, but it includes different emails. But our goal here really is to talk about the origins of this laptop. So we'll cover a few more articles on this and we'll close it out. But it's quite fascinating, I must say. Okay, now we're going to take a look at a New York Post article. Hunter Biden emails, pics, reveal wildlife, pained soul. I personally feel very badly for him. Hunter Biden's emails and texts show not just a politician's troubled son angling for lucrative overseas business deals, they also reveal a concerned father, a fun-loving friend, and a man tortured by the deaths that have devastated his family. In a text message exchange from 2018, eldest daughter Naomi, named after Biden's late sister, who was killed with their mother Nayeli in a 1972 car crash, pleaded with her dad for emergency cash. Can you put $150 in my account? It was just declined for Lyft to airport. Sorry, the now 26-year-old Columbia law student asked. Yes, I can, but Naomi, you really have to start to realize that once you are out of school, the chances of you living like your father is a billionaire when he's really given all his money away is going to be a bit of a shock, Hunter answered. So it sounds like he's given away his money. I don't know. I promise I'll be much better this year. Promise, Naomi wrote back. Yeah, that's really very unfortunate. Yeah, so based on that exchange between Hunter and his daughter Naomi, it sounds like Hunter is broke. And I guess that's probably no real surprise because he is, by, reports out there, a drug addict, a crack addict. And so he has squandered all of his money and has been very irresponsible. But at the end of the day, it in my opinion, and I'm no attorney, but it just seems like there's a lot of crimes. This country was put at risk, and Hunter Biden was receiving money for really not doing anything at all. And I mean, that's not right. And moreover, again, there are probably serious crimes that have been committed, and the United States was used, and Vice President Joe Biden was used to make money. So there you have it. All right, so we have another news article. This is also from the New York Post, because it appears as though the New York Post is one of the only publications that's covering this. One of few, I should say. Text messages show raw and intimate exchange between Joe and Hunter Biden. A raw series of text messages show Joe Biden offering fatherly comfort as his son Hunter laminated from a rehab facility about being a effed up addict who can't be trusted and had damaged his father's political career. So what we've learned thus far is that Hunter Biden dropped off the laptop. He never came back to pick it up. The FBI seized it in December of 2019. Rudy Giuliani has a copy of it. Hunter Biden is a crack addict, and Hunter Biden is broke. We saw that in the exchange between he and his daughter. And the Biden family has a lot of problems. And it's not just Hunter. And lastly, Joe Biden should in no way be running for the highest office in the land. No way. This photo, Joe Biden looks wafer thin. I mean, he doesn't look healthy. I mean, frankly, neither does Hunter. But Joe just doesn't look like a healthy person. At any rate, I'm sure that we're going to hear more as the days and weeks roll on. And this is a scandal that isn't going away. And when President Trump gets reelected for another term, the Bidens, again, are going to have some serious problems, legal problems. Rudy Giuliani is going to investigate this hard. I mean, he already is. He's got several videos, and I would highly recommend that you go out to Rudy Giuliani's Common Sense YouTube channel and listen to what he has to say. It's fascinating, and it's something that you won't be able to take your eyes off of. So we'll hear more from Giuliani and the scandal and President Trump in the very near future. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for stopping by the Daily Facts. Do like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Bye.